Guys, welcome back to another episode of IFTV, the Serie A audio experience. It's me and one other fellow winner, might I add, Antonio. Anto, I'm so happy to have you here, first of all, and it's just us two. But everyone was busy. Marco has this, Peter's in Europe, Gaetano couldn't come. And I'm starting to think, maybe they weren't busy. Maybe they were just depressed. They were mad that their team could not win the SCUDETTO. Unlike Mr. Antonio's team, AC Milan. Anto, to start us off, just give me one word how you're feeling this past 24 hours.
You want me to tell you the truth?
Oh, yeah, tell me.
I feel good. Is that good enough, Mike? I feel great. And you know what? Those screw up over here, let them just find excuses for not to come. That's fine. We're going to rub it in a double. They're going to get double dose when they come back, okay?
That's what I like to hear, Anto. You have a beautiful smile. I'm sure you slept with a smile on your face.
I slept like a baby.
The whole time.
Yeah, I was checking headlines and I was checking all the memes on the computer. Yeah. I was enjoying myself. I almost quit what I needed to do for work, which I actually did, including this morning. And I was enjoying myself looking at all of those clips and answering all my messages from the haters and the lovers of AC Milan. So it was fun.
Yeah, Anto, the thing is, all the highlights and the reaction, it was an incredible time for the people that were watching the stream. We had a bunch of live viewers that time. So, Anto, you were going crazy in those reactions. So many people retweeted it, shared it across the world, seeing Antonio. Some people that didn't even know about you internationally saw the passion from you. And you definitely have a lot more fans from last night. So it is incredible. And that's why I didn't want to push this podcast mini podcast till another day, because I wanted to relinquish the energy and the enthusiasm from last night, even if the other guys didn't want to do it. I think us two is even better if you think about it.
Yeah.
We don't need those Debbie Downers to crap on our party, right, Anto?
That's a good word, Debbie Downers. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the fact is that the Campionato was decided on the last game, 90 minutes.
Insane.
And it was playing simultaneously. That actually made it even better and a lot more dramatic because, if AC Milan will have just come, the game of AC Milan will have followed Inter's game with Inter having won 3-0 against Sampdoria, and then the pressure will be on us because, again, Inter will be 1 point on top of us. So the pressure will be on us either to tie or to win, or not to lose, put it this way. So the glory was it was 90 minutes of pure adrenaline going through the podcast and the live stream and the radios and the TVs and Legends Field and my friends in Montreal over there. It's crazy. It's just everything was the atmosphere was so charged. Yeah,
and Anto, I think that match too specifically, I know you were nervous before you came in. I feel like you try to settle the knots in your stomach before the game started. But realistically speaking, since you guys won the SCUDETTO and everything, incredible feat, of course, did you think Sassuolo were going to pull an upset and screw you guys over, basically?
I thought that the worst case scenario, we will have just pull it through and fight for the tie, just to bring the stuff back into the our winning column. So for me it was I know we have it, but I wanted to win instead of tie. So I said it's going to be a fight until the last 5 minutes, until the overtime, especially if the game is tied 0-0, 1-1. It's going to be just sweat of blood until the end, but it actually didn't it materialized to be a total different game with AC Milan taking the game to Sassuolo and destroy the Sassuolo that we know to be a very good team as we speak right now still. So but they slapped us around in San Siro the first leg,
right?
So, and I said, this is not going to happen. So, it cannot really be twice in a row. So.
It's insane because you played against them so well. You made them look like a Serie A side. It didn't even look like Sassuolo. It looked like a completely different side. And I really got to give it to Milan. I really got to give it to Leao, to Theo, to Giroud, just to the whole organization of this Milan team. They really showed that you don't need the best players. You don't got to splurge for the top players to have all this money to really compete and win the Scudetto. So Gazidis, Maldini, Pioli, Zlatan, I can keep going on and on, have done incredible work. And the most crazy thing is most people, most fans, most pundits, most bookies did not expect Milan to win the Scudetto. A lot of them were putting them third or fourth position. And Anto,
yourself included.
Myself included. Yeah. I think I put them third place, actually, behind Napoli. So you had some crazy, I don't want to say luck, but you had some crazy belief in your team, much more than others. Even a lot of Milan fans I asked, they were just like, no, there's no way. But they managed to do it, and you also called Italy winning the Euros too. So, Anto, you're on some kind of roll. I don't know if you play the lotto at all, but I think you should start thinking about it because you can be a very, very wealthy man for sure.
Listen, let me tell you something, Mike. For a good stretch of last year, last championship, AC Milan was in first place.
Okay.
And then, a lot of stuff that happened, injuries and things like that. And then Inter at the same time was on an upswing. So we wound up just relinquishing the championship to Inter by a very good margin. Inter, deservedly, they did take the championship away from us because for several months we were on first place, including at the winter. And but this year, I said to myself, this squad here that we have from last year, because we had nothing technically. So except for Giroud, he said we have a lot more experience. The kids that we have on board, they're in top shape, and they are a little bit more. They're going to be playing for an extra year together. So something very, very, very interesting is going to happen. So I gave the year before of this one here. It was like a prep for all of those guys. I said, guys, this is what we need to do, and then if we fall short, this is what we need to improve on in order to win the championship. So, credit to AC Milan. They gave up on the Champions League because, we were not lucky. We were drawn into the
group of death.
The group of death. And then even the Coppa Italia, we fought until the very end. And apparently the Derby didn't do us well. But we saved the best for last. So the last 5 or 6 games were clutch and we did dominate everybody. So nothing but the top team. So by looking at the schedule, you remember we were looking at the schedule.
The last 10 or 15 games or something, right?
All of you, I said AC Milan is going to do very well, and I almost was hoping that the last game would not be necessary because my prediction was that we might not need the last game. But Inter made it.
They clawed their way there. They clawed
their way all the way, and they made us suffer until the last week. And that's why that one makes the championship even sweeter.
For sure.
Because we took away the second star from Inter, and we took away the smile from a lot of their fans. So.
Yeah, Anto, you said it correctly, and of course, as we were saying, we were doing the viewing party yesterday for that incredible game, watching simultaneously the Inter game versus Sampdoria and the Milan game, of course, versus Sassuolo to go to the final day. And of course, our premium sponsors are Paramount Plus. Incredible stuff. Marco, Matteo, Papi Miller, Mike Grella, of course, were on air over there watching it. And I think for the most part, all of them were happy for Milan that they won it. So it's incredible stuff. I think they're on air for like 6 hours, by the way.
Wow.
Which is round of applause for there. And we got the link in the top of the description for the people that don't already have Paramount Plus, because there's calcio still didn't end. Even though Scudetto end, we still got the Conference League with Roma coming up on Wednesday, so in a couple days. Oof. And hopefully the first Italian team that can win silverware in Europe this season. So cross our fingers for that one. So guys, don't forget, link in the top of the description for that. But Anto, like I was saying, I think that for the most part, they're all happy for Milan that they won it. Even though I think Mike Grella, in the beginning of the season, he said Inter were going to win the Scudetto by 20 points.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike!
Yeah.
I got nothing where Mike is a great guy.
Yeah.
But
wrong prediction.
Yeah, he picked up the wrong team, and so did Marco, because Marco until the week before was.
At least I switched. Marco stick with Inter. At least I flipped over to Milan, and I gave
you
in.
flip, Mike. That's what your name.
But isn't it better than Marco sticking with Inter though?
Yeah, wow.
So, okay, you can give me the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yeah,
no?
but Mike, that's within your DNA. You just flip all the time. So
just like Milan's with the winning, right?
Yeah. So Papi, I think she's the greatest. She's the great. I think she picked up Milan too. Did she? I'm not sure if she did, but
the thing is, she's a Milan fan because of you now.
Ooh.
So she's a big Antonio fan.
Beautiful.
So even though that, regardless of what you want in the beginning of the season, she's happy for Milan.
Well, listen, regardless of whether she is or she's not, I think Papi's IQ is extremely high.
Yeah, very knowledgeable.
You know, normally you do not give a lot of credit to people that they don't play. They haven't played the game professionally, like Grella and I don't know, Giuseppe Rossi.
Yeah, exactly.
Even
Bobo Vieri, who has been on
Marco and all the stuff. But Papi, I'll tell you what, she's got a sucker IQ that it will put anybody to shame, yourself and me included.
Absolutely. No.
Definitely she does. I mean, we don't have to
second to none.
Oh my God.
For sure.
So Papi, thank you for being my fan. Actually, I am your biggest fan. And not the fan of Marco. That's that what do you call that, backstabber, okay?
How we flips and flops, you're saying?
Yeah, flip-flopper. Mike Grell, I'm neutral because Mike is a great guy. But Marco is a big backstabber.
He's something else. But Anto, as I was saying before, a lot of people did not predict Milan as favorites for the Scudetto, which is, I guess, regular, right? They didn't have the top-of-the-line players, which you can't fault the people that didn't put Milan to win, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. A lot of people prediction, they're based on the value of the players and what they have done on the past.
Yeah, that's true.
And many times, price tag does not translate into winning
100%.
Because the more expensive, the better. Not necessarily.
Look at PSG.
Yeah, look,
Manchester
here you go.
City.
You just named it.
Yeah.
You just said it. So the price tag does not necessarily translate in being the best quality and the best at winning the biggest prize.
Well said, Anto. And for next season now, for the people that undervalued Milan this season and didn't believe in them, what players do you think they need to be actual favorites, quote unquote, to actually win the Scudetto? For the people that don't think they're ready to win a consecutive. A lot of people still think Inter lost a Scudetto, which is why Milan won it. It wasn't really Milan winning it. So what do you think would complete Milan to be like, okay, this Milan's not messing around. It's their Scudetto, fight for the second star just like Inter are doing. What do you think in your eyes?
Again, if you see what AC Milan pick from the market, it's not big names.
Yeah.
You never see AC Milan picking up big names like Mbappe or Pogba, this and that. We're not going for big names. We're going for people that they have the quality and the skills and the DNA that I can fit within this squad here and just produce what we actually need them to produce. Did you actually believe from the very beginning that Kalulu would be be one of the top defenders?
He's incredible. He transformed.
What about Tomori? I never heard about them before.
That's true.
No Kalulu, no Tomori, no Cajun.
Even
Theo Hernandez. Those are all players that they were flying under the radar.
Yeah,
so all of a sudden, we pick Benacer, like you said, Junior Messias. Those are people that nobody heard about it. Leao.
Yeah,
and now look at the value. Okay?
Triple, quadrupled.
Well, let's not put again the price on what their value.
But their value
right
definitely increased.
It has increased tremendously. But the credit goes to who? It goes to Maldini. It goes to Ibrahimovic, to Pioli, and to all the squads that surrounded them. Dida for training and just be next to Magnan all the time.
For sure.
So look at what we did. So again, we fished, we shopped in a regular market. We brought regular people, but with the right attitude and the right DNA to make this whole thing possible.
Well said. And Anto, since we are talking about the Mercato, it's been confirmed that Origi is going to be coming to Milano next week for medicals. He's going to be signing as a free transfer. And I don't know too much about Origi.
Neither do I, to be honest with you.
But to be honest, I trust Maldini.
So
I trust Gazidis.
So did I.
So I think he can really do something. Because even with Giroud, I was like, we'll see. I'm not 100% sold on him.
He's going to be playing what? Kessier's role?
No, he's going to going to be playing as a striker.
Because we have Adli already signing, because Adli is supposed to be arriving, because at the end of the Campionato, or in the French Championship, this guy here is an AC Milan player.
Origi is going to be playing as a striker for Milan. I'm not sure exactly if he's going to be a starting role. I'm assuming he's going to be starting off the bench, but he does have a lot of promise.
Giroud is staying one more year. I'm going to sign Giroud.
I think it depends with Zlatan also, what's going to happen, his decision.
Well, listen, Zlatan didn't play much last year, and he didn't play much this year.
Yeah.
Okay? So we all know the role of Zlatan. Zlatan is more important off the field than on the field, because we demonstrated that even without Ibrahimovic, like the little song that we made, AC Milan can still pull it through, because Ibra is a leader. And if you're a leader inside of the field, you're a leader outside the field. So when he's looking at you and he's just laser focused on what you're doing, everybody, they know not to slack off, because soccer don't disrespect the field and the ball and the uniform that you're wearing, because you're gonna hear from Zlatan when the game is over if you did something stupid.
Yeah.
So
well said, Anto, on that. But other than, I just want to continue on another thing. So Origi seems like he's going to be a done deal as a striker. What other positions would you say Milan needs so they can have a nice full roster and they can really compete in all fronts?
An extra midfielder, because in case Tonali or Benasser, they get hurt, because they're tremendous players. This is the duo that you need to... Kessie, don't forget, it was always it was not always used as the two back midfielder.
He was played as a trequartista also.
Yeah, many
right?
times he's been used as the disruptor of the playmaker of the opposite team. So it was on the 3-1 instead of being on the 4-2-3-1. It was instead of being one of the two was the one of the three the strikers. I mean the midfielder just before Giroud or Ibra on top.
Yeah, Anto, for the most part, you said it. I don't know if you have anything else to say, but like we were saying before, this is like a little aperitivo before we have the full podcast with Peter, with Gaetano, with Marco, to get everyone's reactions. And I didn't want any of the emotion, especially from Antonio, who's been buzzing all day. I wanted to capture that emotion, the aftermath of Milan's Scudetto win.
Now, a lot of people, the day after this big event, you live and die. But by the previous 90 minutes that you play, and believe it or not, a lot of on the stake. A lot of stakes were on the table. So it got forbid if AC Milan will be losing the Campionato. If you actually go on the website, Mike, there is all printed merchandise for Inter with the number 20 and the 2 stars. So I just by chance I just went into the website to find out if there is the merchandise ready to go, and I see a lot of the Inter already with oh crap! I said to myself, those people, they thought that they still had a chance. So that means there was a lot of hope for the Inter fans to celebrate as well. So now a lot of people that I know, believe it or not, my nephews included, which you met a couple times, so they were saying to me that Sassuolo did not show up. And I just pointed back to them. I said, hey, listen, by the way, we made sure that Sassuolo did not show up, because if you let Sassuolo take the ball and give them a little room, they will take it.
They'll punish you.
Yeah. So, on the contrast of the game that I see, Inter winning against Sampdoria, it was more of a non-show from Sampdoria, because Sampdoria was pretty safe, but Sassuolo had a reputation on the line, and yes, some of those big 4 or 5 big names over there that they are, they are on the verge of either moving to the biggest club. Let's hope we get Berardi too, or just get their value. Greatly increased by what they're capable to do for what they did the entire season.
And Anto, for the people that don't know also, I feel bad for Peter, because Peter was actually at the Meazza watching Inter beat Sampdoria, but just wasn't enough. So my heart does go out to all the Inter fans, especially our buddy Peter, even though Anto's cracking up over there. He can't keep a straight face. But it is sad, because he did go for the game and was hoping for a different direction of the Scudetto.
Listen, I saw pictures all over the web that the Inter, he had even all the bus already with the Campioni and all the stuff. I'll tell you what, I was so scared that Peter was in San Siro. I gotta be honest with
That
you.
they're gonna
because
change something.
I know all the time that goes over there,
Yeah.
something
He
very
brings
bad.
good luck.
It's always good luck
To
for
them
them, which
Inter.
he was, but was not enough for this time for them to win the Campionato.
Yeah.
You know, the few times that he's been over there watching the derby, Inter always won. For some, luck of the draw, being down to nothing, they wound up winning the game all the time. So that what made me very uneasy knowing that Peter was over there. So Pete, if you listen to this little stream over here, Pete, next time don't go by yourself because the luck is running out. So Lady Luck, he's changing on you. So just maybe we'll go together, Pete. Okay.
And Anto, you were poking fun the whole time to Peter, and I'm sure
I was not poking fun. You were instigating me. You made me call on the.
No, it wasn't me. It was the people that were commenting.
No, you did. You said.
I was reading the comments. Anto, I'm not an instigator. You know me well. Come on.
Boy,
but it was funny
there were people on the comment asking me to call Peter.
Everyone was saying FaceTime Peter, FaceTime Peter.
God,
so we got a lot of savages in the chat also.
Unbelievable.
So intellectual IFTV fans, but also savages on top of it. But Anto, to finish it off, I also have a video on me right here. I'm going to press play and I'm going to get your reaction. This is the beginning of the season over here. I don't want to put it too close to the microphone so it doesn't buzz. So it's mostly the audio, but I'll play it on you.
We were watching Atalanta Roma. We've got Antonio here. Peter gave a great idea, and we're recording this so that he can't go back on it. Peter, why don't you say what you mentioned?
I said, since he's flying high right now, Milan, if they win the Scudetto, I think Antonio should get a AC Milan tattoo.
And Antonio said,
I can do that.
You will get an AC Milan tattoo.
It's a pleasure for me.
How many tattoos do you have currently?
Nothing.
So you will get your first ever tattoo if Milan win the Scudetto.
Absolutely.
What
You
will
can
you-
quote me on that. Today, which day is that?
December
20th?
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So Anto, I'll put the video on the thing for you
Oh,
guys.
my God.
But Anto said he's gonna get an AC Milan tattoo, maybe on his forehead, maybe somewhere else, on his back, maybe on his arm. But he said that in the beginning of the season. We'll let you guys come up with where he should put it, and we'll let Anto explain it to his wife somehow.
Holy crap! I guess I cannot take that back. Is that video already public?
It's already public.
Oh,
Everyone,
God.
Anto, after the match, everyone was retweeting it, quoting it, sending it to
Oh,
her
my
emails, a direct message on that.
It's
But,
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
gonna
Just
happen.
give it time.
Okay, Anto, thank you again for joining in again. This is just a short little video. Well, it's probably longer than we expected.
Yeah.
But before, the other guys come in and we explain to them why Milan are the champions of Italy. Right, Anto?
Yeah, guys, just let it sink in. Just enjoy, because this is not a dream anymore. This is reality. Okay, there is no more tension. There is no more. Enjoy the summer. You're gonna have so much fun. Whether it's gonna be raining, whether it's gonna be hot or humid, or whatever it is, just enjoy. Your team has won. AC Milan is the champions. We have the whole summer, guys, to rub it in to those beautiful Inter fans. Their family, their first cousins, their family, but a little poking of fun is fun too. Okay.
And Anto, I know your slogan is "We not dead yet" for Milan. I think you're gonna have to change it along, because it's not "We not dead yet." I think
we will never die. That was
say
my
it right
slogan.
in the camera.
Guys, we will never die. It's not fino alla fine. Fino alla fine means until the end. But for us, there is no end. The end is, the word ends does not exist. Okay, guys? We will always be there. So we have thousands and thousands of trophy and championship and happy days and great time ahead of us. So for the Juventus, the Inter and all the stuff, let them just live and die by their own stupid slogan. We will never die.
Anto, well said. Great way to end the podcast, and I can't wait till we have the podcast with the rest of them losers, so you can really gloat and stick in their face, basically.
Yeah, you got that right. Oh, by the way, wasn't that some sort of a steak or dinner that Peter was supposed to maybe Marco too?
Peter and Marco owes us an incredible amount of dinners.
Yes.
We can eat for the rest of our lives based on their tabs, because they
those
owe us
guys
so many
are
steak
good
dinners.
talking, but when it comes down to actually buy the dinner,
Exactly.
they're not
quiet.
clutches. They become they get crocodile arms, which is like this.
Small arms,
Small
right?
arms, yeah, crocodile arms.
Anto, thank you for coming,
Sure,
and we'll
pleasure.
start for next time.
Okay.
Ciao, guys. We'll see you later. Forza Serie A.